Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. This is Ghostware 38, and today I thought I would also take a look at another book series and character. Today I'm going to be giving sort of like an overview and discussion about the Leslie Charteris Saint series here. I picked up the top one here from a flea market for, as you can see, $5. The Avenging Saint is actually the fourth novel in the series from doing a quick Google search. And Enter the Saint is book number 3 in the series. And The Saint Closes the Case was originally titled as The Last Hero, and that is the second book in the series. To putting this off to the side real quick. These editions here can be found on Amazon. These are a print-on-demand one by Thomas. This is a Thomas and Mercer Publishing. This is the back of one of them. And this is the, this is the back of the second novel. Amazon has most of the Saint novels, with the exception of the first book, Meet the Tiger, which I'm looking forward to reading once the Kickstarter project has shipped, because as I showed you in my post earlier on, they are doing a reprint also of the first Saint novel as well. Kind of it's a bit of an interesting series because it's a series of novels and short stories, but also what's called novellas. The series ran for about 50 to 56 books. Charteris wrote the vast majority of the novels, and then after 1963 he stopped and other writers took over, and Charteris was more like there as like a consultant. Some of these were adapted from the Saint TV series with Rodger Moore. Again, doing some reading online, I got most of this stuff from internet searches. There is a topic about a Saint canon, which is consists of 50 of those novels. Now, some of the numbers here don't really add up, but in that canon, there's 50 books. There's 19 novels, 48 novellas, and 95 short stories, all that encompass the canon. And like I said earlier, this was adapted. Some of those stories and short stories were adapted from the Rodger Moore Saint series as later books. This one here is interesting. This is, like I said back here, it's book number 4, and someone apparently told me is after the Enter the Saint series. This one kind of follows like a story arc. There's this one and then like one or two others. It reads sort of like a series, like there's a villain that follows through to another 2 books. I'm just kind of reading the back of this. The lovely Sonia Delmar takes a bite of chocolate, and thereby involves Simon Templar in the most thrilling adventure of his young career. Seems the young lady is an American munitions heiress, and the chocolate is drugged. The game is kidnapping, blackmail, and international turmoil in the very vulnerable Europe of 1930. And though the Saints' allies are the stalwart Roger Conway and powerful Sir Isaac Lessing. His adversaries are equally formidable. Rate Marinus, who would sacrifice the lives of millions for his own profit. Prince Rudolph, who fancies himself the new Napoleon. And Vasilov, agent of the Kremlin. Rate Marinus is also a name that pops up in... Nope, not this one. The Saint closes the case. Here, when Simon Patricia stumbled upon a government scientist attaching weapons of mass destruction, the Saint decides to put a stop to it when the Saint's arch nemesis, Rate Marinus. The Saint's plans go astray, leaving one of his friends to make the ultimate sacrifice. There's also something I wanted to show you guys, at least with this series. The inside of the book here, I'm showing you just as an example because it's the same as the Enter the Saint. There's a publisher's note here, so that would be kind of interesting. Publisher's note. The text of this book has been preserved from the original edition, which is the original printing, and includes vocabulary, grammar, style, and punctuation that might differ from modern publishing practices. Every care has been taken to preserve the author's tone and meaning, allowing only minimal changes to punctuation and wording to ensure a fluent experience for modern readers. Basically, what this means is that the original text hasn't been changed or words taken out or anything like that that might make people uncomfortable. The reason why I bring that up is because the newer printing of the James Bond books that have come out have heavily edited and altered that, whereas these have not. And that's another one here with this series. Granted, there's a wild difference between the James Bond books and the Saint books. The Saint series is all vastly in the public domain. The James Bond series is not. But still. Because there's a video I found on YouTube that actually talked about censorship, and it was a guy doing a comparison of one of the Saint books, I forget which one he showed, and one of the James Bond novels. Because, speaking of James Bond, I picked this up from the same vendor. This is one of the original printings, the early ones, of one of my favorite James Bond novels, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. The George Lazenby, the one that was the George Lazenby movie, which is also my favorite movie. I found this one as well. So I wanted to pick that one up too. They didn't have any of the others except for the newer James Bond books. I forget the author's name who did it at the time. I look forward to reading the Meet the Tiger book when the Kickstarter project and the books actually ship. Then I'm going to read the series in order. I'm probably going to get this printing of the Avenging Saint. I'm going to keep that one, because that way I can have consistency. Other parts in my notes. The Enter the Saint is the first short story collection in the series. These were all published close to around the same time frame. The stories that are in Enter the Saint, the stories are called The Man Who Was Clever, The Policeman with Wings, and The Lawless Lady. So that's just about it. That's close to the end of our video now. Let me know your experience reading The Saint. If you have any of his books, or of the Charteris books, let me know your favorite title. And I will see you guys next time with another video. So take care, have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening, and peace.